Okay, let's do this thing. So my name is Mariah and this is my channel, Kaladar Creations. And first and foremost, I just need to address that I look like a ghost right now. I don't know how to work my camera super well. I'm still learning. Anyways, so as of a few days ago, I have transitioned my whole life over to being nomadic. So I moved out of my apartment, I packed up all of my stuff into a storage unit back in Colorado, United States, where I was living, and I sold my vehicle and then packed up my life into a suitcase, a backpack, and a little purse, and flew to Thailand. I landed 2 days ago and I've taken the past couple of days to set in. I had to adjust to a 12-hour time zone difference from where I was before, and I feel pretty well adjusted. I've been waking up really early still, like 4 or 5 a.m. And yeah, now I'm back at it with YouTube and I intend to jump back into posting 2 videos a week. And for this video, I wanted to show what I'm bringing with me. Before traveling, I watched a lot of videos of people preparing for their trip, and a lot of the videos were backpacking style, where people just had one big backpack and then another backpack in the front. And I almost went that route, but I decided that since I'm not just going on a 1, 2, 3 month trip, I may be gone for like a year, like who knows. So it felt very challenging for me to carry everything with me, including like my camera equipment, my tripod, all my stuff, into just 2 backpacks. So I decided to do 1 checked bag, a backpack, and a purse. And since I didn't see many videos out there of people packing in the way that I did for more of a long-term nomadic travel lifestyle, I figured I'd make a video for people that are interested in traveling in this way. First thing I want to say is that I'm going to link a lot of these products that I bought below. I'm not sponsored by anybody. I may add affiliate links if I can figure that out, just so you girl can get a little extra money while I'm traveling. You know, it would support me out if you click the links, if I can even figure it out. Regardless, I'll still link it below so you guys can find it if you're interested in these things. So let's get into it. Show you my 3 bags. This is my suitcase. I literally found this at a thrift store. Honestly, the wheels are fucked up. It's a bit ripped in places. It's not top tier quality. I'm not gonna link this one because I just found it at a thrift store. And I could have got a nice new suitcase for traveling, but I fucking love this one and I figured why not? It has 2 zippers in the front. You open it up, it just has like a mesh zipper on the top and then space in here. I really like this bag as opposed to the hard top because I feel like it's lighter than the hard tops. And honestly, when you're traveling nomadically, every pound counts because that shit adds up when you're checking your bag. So light bag helps out. Okay, next bag is my backpack. I did buy this new. I usually thrift my bags, to be honest, but I really love this one. I felt like I needed something that was gonna have a safe space to keep my laptop. I'd have a bunch of storage compartments, and I'm also an aesthetic girly, to be honest with you. I could have just got a basic black backpack. You totally can do that. But I really fucking love the look of this. I liked it. It's functional and cute. It's a cow pack. It's like one of those trendy backpacks right now, but it got me. It got me. It is cute and I have liked it so far. Big thing for the backpack for me, I wanted something that could open up both like a backpack at the top, like that, but this also unzips in a suitcase style, which I find really helpful. It has a mesh zipper up here, which I also ended up getting this waterproof bag cover just in case I'm out and it's raining and I want to protect it. I think this bag is slightly water resistant, but I put my laptop, my camera, all my valuables in here and I'm not trying to risk it. And then it has like little extra things. I have some things in here like this cacao, some extra tea, my retainer, and then it has a zipper right here, which is a separate compartment for the laptop. And I also brought my laptop case, which I put in there for double protection, just because I do not want to risk breaking that. And also I really like having this in case I don't want to bring my whole backpack with me and I could just carry this. This is a really cute case that I got from Amazon and it's very well protected in there. It's like nice and cushiony. I feel like I'm getting a very in-depth tour of this backpack. It has a little slider thing where you can put it on your carry-on if you have a rolly carry-on. And then yeah, just a bunch of little zippers. So I don't need to go through all this in depth, but lots of little stuff, tampons, all the things. And for my last bag is another bag I thrifted. It's just this purse bag thingy. I fucking love this thing. She's, you know, a little worn in, especially since I had heavy shit in here. This counted as my personal item. The backpack was my carry-on, but the backpack is also sized, so it could be a personal item for most flights as well. And a little side note, shout out to my wallet that I found in a little like artsy shop in California a few years ago. I fucking love this thing. I will forever have this wallet. And one other thing I brought with me that's not technically a bag, but it's like a little belt. You can call it a fanny pack, but I don't know, it's a little bit like a sexier fanny pack, I would say. I've already worn this walking around and stuff. If I don't want to carry a whole bag, you can wear it either way with a little thing like that, or the front with a little belt, and then I can keep my phone or whatever in there, and there's zippers on the back. Super handy. I just wore that onto the plane for extra space, easy access to my phone too. So I'm not gonna dive too deep into detail and show you guys all of my clothes. I mean, if y'all are interested, I could do a separate video and show you guys my clothes and how I style it, because I do fucking love clothes and I like dressing myself and playing around with different outfits. I'm kind of excited to experiment with a limited closet. I still brought a decent amount of stuff, but I love wearing clothes in non-traditional ways. Like I could take this top and turn it into a tube top and just be creative with my clothes. And I feel like by having a limited closet, I'm gonna be more inclined to play around with my clothes in that way. But I'm not gonna dive too deep in everything. But one thing I will show you is that I put this on the bottom of my suitcase all folded up. This is a sarong. You can lay it out as like a beach towel. I've been using it as my yoga mat because unfortunately I could not justify bringing a yoga mat with me. They're just so heavy and I have so much stuff already. So although this is thin and slips around, it's gonna have to work. But I do recommend a sarong, honestly. They're very handy and they're lightweight, so that is always nice. And then as for clothes, I use packing cubes. I have 5 packing cubes that all fit in this bag. Plus I had space for more things. I have 2 sets of packing cubes that I got. One of the sets were compression ones because I wanted to experiment with the compression packing, but I will say I don't feel like the compression really made a difference. And if anything, it didn't help much because it makes it sit in there like a weird shape, and I feel like that makes things more complicated to pack in there, as opposed to if you just leave them like this, it's nice and flat. So I have 2 big ones, and then I have 2 medium ones, and then I have this one little one. So in the big ones, I have all of my pants and then a dress and a skirt. I ended up rolling up my stuff, and I do feel like it's helpful. I feel like it saved just a slight bit of space, but most of all, it makes it really easy to open it up and see what is what, as opposed to folding and piling things on top of each other. And when I originally folded everything, I feel like it got wrinkly a lot faster. So I rolled all my stuff up nicely and neatly in here. In the next big one, I have like sweaters and then like shawls and stuff. And I will say, of the 2 packing cubes I have, I do like these ones more. The brand is Shaki. I'll link it down below. These ones weren't compression at all. I just like the design better and they just kind of feel better quality. So I just have a scarf folded on the top because I couldn't fit it rolled in anymore. And then these are my sweaters and my like shawls. The next one is all my tank tops. These all have little handles on them too, which I feel like is helpful. And in this, I have way more tank tops than I need. And I feel like over time, I'm probably gonna end up letting things go, donating it, gifting it to people. But with my tank tops, since they're so tiny, it was hard to keep them rolled up. So yeah, I just rubber banded all of these all up nicely in here. And it's also very easy to look for when they're like this because I can just pull them out and put them back in without needing to refold it each time. And this one has a bit of a mixture. It has some shorts in it, some skirts, and some long sleeve shirts. And then this last little guy just has socks and underwear, and then my bathing suits in here. And then these packing cubes came with laundry bags. So I just brought one of the laundry bags with me, which is already kind of full. Honestly, they're pretty small, but it's gonna come in handy. I can take it to the laundromat. And then one of the packing cube sets came with a shoe bag, and I had 2 pairs of shoes that I stored in here. I feel like this is nice and handy in case your shoes get dirty and you don't want to get your suitcase all dirty. I just have a simple pair of Tevas in here that I'm going to use for hikes if I don't need my hiking boots. And then I also had these flip-flops. I'm not much of a flip-flop girly, but I will say I just wore them the other day to the temples because you take your shoes on and off a lot, and it's really nice to have one pair of shoes that are really easy to slide on and off. And these ones are super cushiony. Like, I love these flip-flops. And then I have 3 more pairs of shoes, which is probably a lot, honestly, but those shoes are super small. And then these are my like everyday sandals. I'm a huge fan of Doc Martens. These are their gladiator sandal. These laces go around my leg, super cute, but not easy to take on and off. And then I have my hiking boots that I've had for years. They're a bit beat up, and since these are so big for travel, what I did was just tie the shoelaces together and use a little carabiner and then hook it to my backpack, so I didn't have to try to fit it in my suitcase. And then my main pair of shoes are my Doc Martens, which I absolutely love. And tragically, I literally just got here a couple days ago, and I was walking last night and the heel came off. I did get these like 6 months ago, but I got them at a consignment shop. They were in pretty good shape, but apparently not. So I found a cobbler nearby who fixes shoes. So I'm gonna take it to him and pray that he's able to make it work. I don't care what it looks like. I just want these shoes to stay together because these are my main pair of boots and I'm kind of sad. So just a tip, make sure your shoes are in good shape before you go so you don't have to risk having your favorite pair of shoes falling apart, but we'll figure it out. And then in the mesh part of my suitcase, I just have like backup soaps and tampons and tea. I brought a few of my favorite tea with me. I know I didn't really need to because I am in Southeast Asia and there's a lot of tea that I can find, but I love these teas so much, so I figured I'd bring them. And then I have this little cheetah bag. In here, just some accessories. Like I have some like gloves, some headscarves, backup razors, and stuffs. Okay, now onto all my little pouches. I just thrifted all these pouches, and this one is full of some of my heavier jewelry, like my bracelets and some like heavier necklaces. And then I have this candle holder, which I didn't really need to bring. I may end up letting this go. It has candle melted into it, but I brought a few of my candles because I just love the ritual of burning a candle and journaling in the candlelight. And I had my little incense burner, which I'm realizing actually broke, so RIP, you know. I'm very much not attached to any of this stuff. I figured if anything breaks, let it be. I brought Palo Santo, a couple crystals to make a little altar at my spaces. And then next I have this little guy, which is a nice little jewelry organizer. I find this very helpful. It's got two sides. I put my earrings on one side, I put my necklaces on the other, and then rings in here. And I already have quite a bit of jewelry in here, but it all fits in there nicely and it keeps my jewelry nicely organized. And then I have this black pouch, which is mostly full of electronical stuff, which is just like cords. I also have my tea steeper in here for my loose leaf tea. And then inside of this is an air tag, which I do recommend. I put this inside my luggage just so I could track my luggage. And then I also put one inside my camera case. Just to be safe, it's nice to know where my stuff is. I have a headlamp. I don't know if I'll need it, but you know, it could be useful. And just miscellaneous things, backup screen protectors. I have a tape measure. I really don't know if I'm gonna need this, but for some reason felt the desire to bring it with me. Perhaps it'll come in handy. I have a bunch of extra rubber bands, which helps keep things nicely organized. Like even my cords, they're all rubber banded. It just makes your life much easier instead of having everything chaotic in here. And then this pouch is mostly toiletry stuff. I actually had this toiletry bag inside of here with just extra stuff in here. Like I have some of my supplements. Simple little thing that I do recommend is this little tiny travel scissors. You just fold out. It's so cute and handy. And then I have 2 bags of toiletries. I know this is a bit crazy, okay? You don't need to go all in. I feel like I'm gonna end up letting go of stuff. But the reason why I have 2 bags is because I was packing for such a long period of time and I wanted to bring backups of things because I was a little bit concerned that I wouldn't be able to find them where I'm traveling to. But I'm not realizing that I didn't really need to do that. Like I brought 3 contact solutions and I saw them at 7-Eleven. But there are some things like I brought backup shampoo and conditioner and stuff because I do like to use more natural things and it's harder to find that stuff sometimes. So 2 bags of toiletries, a lot of shit. One of these went in here, then the other one just went in my suitcase. This in here, brought this with me in my carry-on bag. This is just my Beats headphone case, which I really fucking recommend these Beats so much. These are amazing for airplane rides because I've had multiple plane rides where there is a baby crying like right in front of me. And it's okay, shit happens, you know, God bless that baby. But it's so nice to have noise canceling headphones because with the noise cancellation and then your music playing, like you barely hear it. Since I just wore these headphones around my neck, I put my little camcorder in here and then I have some more tea bags because I love tea. One ridiculous thing I brought is this huge ass thing of body lotion. It's Ayurveda chocolate body butter. It's so good and this shit is so heavy and unnecessary, but I'm gonna use it and get rid of it and find some other lotion, but I wanted to bring it with me, bro. And then last little bag thing is my camera case. It's nice and padded. In the front here, the camera case came with a water protectant thing, which I left in there in case it's raining. I'm gonna protect that shit because my camera is my baby. I have this little light thing that I just got to help with lighting if it's dark, if I'm recording, and then my camera just goes in there. I have my JI mic headphone that goes in here. It has a nice little strap to carry with me if I want. Only complaint is that it's not that cute. Like I wish it was like brown leather or something, but you know, it's okay. It's practical. I really need something padded. So, and something that might seem crazy is that I brought all these books and journals with me. I know it's a lot, but I will use them. I have my journal, I have my poetry journal, and then I have a travel planner. It's super small. I really like physically writing stuff down, crossing it off. And then these are all my books. So many, but I probably will end up letting them go as I read them. Except for these two books, I'll probably end up keeping. These ones I've already read, but I want to read again and just keep as staple books that I'll return to. But these books I got for Christmas and I haven't read them yet. And I'm excited to read them. Last one, I'm reading this one right now. I'm starting with this one. And I brought all these pens and a Sharpie in there. I'm very particular about the type of pen that I like. I love this pen so much and I use it a lot. And the ink runs out, so I have backups. Okay, last few things. I have this quick dry towel thingy. It is a big towel and you put it in here and it's supposed to dry within there, and it has a little carabiner on it to attach to stuff for easy transport. Just in case I'm staying somewhere and I need a towel. I have my workout band so I can keep doing my body workouts while I'm traveling. And then I have laundry detergent sheets, which this honestly takes up so much space, I know, but I'm very particular about what kind of laundry detergent I use. When I use other stuff, I get itchy, so I figured I'd just bring a bunch of this so it'll last me a while. And then this is my rope dart, which is inside a sock and wrapped all up. It's a fire toy that I play with. And then the last thing might seem silly, but it's a mini iron. He's small, but I feel like he still takes up too much space. And they put a 7-foot long cord on this travel iron, which I find to be a little bit ridiculous because honestly, every pound counts. But I did decide to bring an iron with me because a handful of my clothes just get so wrinkly so quick and they just don't look good at all when they're not ironed. So I said fuck it and brought this iron with me. And one last thing is the tripod that I'm using. I'll try to insert a clip or a video of it right here. This tripod is amazing. Honestly, I love it. I feel like it's so worth it. It's a travel tripod, so it can shoot from so many different heights. It can go really short, but it also can get really fucking tall, but it folds up nicely. Like the legs go up, everything tightens up, and it's really nice. And it's pretty lightweight for a tripod this big. Okay, so that was an overview of everything that I brought with me. If anybody's interested in me going in more depth in like what kind of toiletries I brought, if you happen to want to see me actually try on my clothes and see what I did bring, I'm happy to do that. But I just want to give you guys a simple overview of some things that I brought. Overall, I hope this video was helpful for you, to give you some ideas of some things for you to bring if you are deciding to transition into a nomadic lifestyle. As always, I really appreciate you directing your precious, precious energy into witnessing me in these creations, and I really hope that they've been supportive for you in some way. And if you are interested in following along with my journey, with my travels, I plan on filming my adventures and making art out of it, and I'm going to be sharing that here on YouTube. So if you'd like to travel along, if you want to follow me, I'd really appreciate that. But regardless, I hope you have a beautiful day.